So let's start off. My name is John Meeks. We are here at CrossFit Greensboro. I have Nancy. I have Coach Q. We are here to talk a little bit about fitness. We got Jonah over in the corner over there. He's going to add his input as well as we go. The goal of this is to take on different fitness topics and nutrition topics, just to discuss them, add our experience and our knowledge into those topics and see what we feel about them. Before we do that, I want to do a little intro about each of us, just give a background on who we are. Why are we talking about this? I've already said my name, John Meeks. I'm the owner of CrossFit Greensboro. I've been doing CrossFit since 2006, I think. I think started the gym in 2007, 8 time frame. Let's see, I'm a CSCS, Certified Strength and Conditioning Coach. I'm a pain-free performance specialist. I've had certifications in endurance, kettlebell, anti-gravity yoga, a little bit of everything over the years. I've been very blessed in the fitness industry. I'm a pre-core master coach. I've had a chance to travel all over North America to educate trainers. I've done that probably a couple hundred times now. I've had a chance to speak at FIBO in Germany and different fitness conferences in the world, CanFit Pro in Canada. So I've done a lot of different things with the fitness industry. I absolutely love it. And I hope to bring that perspective of being able to, of all those different experiences to the table today. So hand it off to Q. Give us a little background on you. Oh, Nancy.
Yeah, ladies first.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So my name is Nancy Pierce. I'm a nutrition coach here at CrossFit Greensboro, and I don't have a ton of experience like John in this industry, but I have a lot of passion for this. I'm newish in this industry. I was formerly a management professor, and then after having my kids, I decided to pursue my passion for fitness and nutrition and get into this area. The first thing I did is get certified as a pre and post natal fitness instructor, and I did that for a few years with a group of moms. And then I got certified to be a nutrition coach with precision nutrition, and that's what I've been doing the last few years. I'm very passionate about it, as I mentioned. Um, this gives me the opportunity to help others get the strongest they can be, and that's, I guess, my mission in life.
Dope,
Awesome.
dude. Well, I'm Coach Q. I am the other coach here at CrossFit Greensboro. I've been coaching here at CrossFit Greensboro since 2015 or so, on and off. Before that, just a personal trainer, worked at Gold's, I've worked at 24 Hour Fitness. Honestly, any gym you can think of, I've probably worked there for a year, for just a year. Traveled to California, worked at some pretty cool gyms there. Equinox, say my most favorite gym there. What even got me into this was I was in college and I would struggle with actually going to class. Before I went to class, I would go to the gym. I would skip class and go swimming. I would skip class and go to the gym. I would always make it to the calf, but I was like, all right, well, I can't just keep doing this for the rest of my life. I have to think of something. So started looking into the whole.
Let's make a career out of it.
Exactly. Yeah. I want to work out and get paid. Learn that, personal trainers, we don't work out and get paid. We teach people how to work out and get paid. So still trying to find that, then having to find that time for myself is, it's a whole other journey. But, essentially, feeling like I didn't have a choice, feeling like, like if this is it, you're going to put your all into this, or you got no other option. Plan A was the only plan. So we're here.
All right.
We're here.
So I think the big question today is, people get into this industry because they want to help other people. They want to make a difference in other people's lives. But there's normally a why behind that. And I think each of us has that why. Why do we do this? Why do we come in early in the morning, or, why do we stay late at night and put all this time? We're not going to be rich at the end of the day, but we can make a difference in the world. And I'll start off with my why. Why do I do this? Why have I been in this industry now? Going on 30 years off and on, believe it or not. One, I do absolutely. I want to help people. I want to change their lives. But I just couldn't see myself doing any other thing. I got into fitness at a very young age. I got into doing taekwondo. My dad took me to the gym. What's interesting is when he first took me to the gym, I hated it. Okay, and then when I was about 13, I was like, oh, I sort of like this stuff, and then I got into it. My father, when I was, gosh, when he was a little younger than I am now, had his first heart attack. He was in his 40s and he had his first heart attack. Every male on both my mom and dad's side of the family died from heart attacks, and something just really hit home with me. Like, I'm not going to be that person.
Yeah.
Every one of my family, on that side, like they had issues with that. And my dad was in good shape.
Yeah.
He wasn't.
He was
a Marine. And he was in good shape, and he worked out. And I was like, that's not going to be me.
Yeah.
And I made a decision at that point in my life, and I actually started, dieting and cleaning up my nutrition at the time when most people were going out drinking.
Yeah.
And I just started down that path, and I tried to get away from it for a couple of years, and I just keep coming back to it. It is definitely something that lights me up. Like, I think about it at night. I dream about workouts. I just can't get it out of my mind every day. And still 30 years later, I still think about that. Like, sitting here talking with you guys excites me because I'm like, this is awesome. We can share this with people and hopefully help them in their journey.
Yeah. Well, it shows. It's one of the reasons why I'm here. It's one of the reasons why I'm here.
You guys are the reason I'm here.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
All right, Nancy. So what about you?
All right. So similar. I think we have some similarities and some opposites. So first, I wasn't very into fitness as a kid. I actually got into sports when I was in college. I wanted to do something, so I went to try different things at the college, and for some reason, I ended up at the track and field team.
Awesome.
And so
for some reason, like it just randomly, like
I was just trying different things, and then the trainer was like, "Well, I don't know what you're good at. So you can jump, you can throw. Yeah, what can you do?" And then one day I had like something on my foot, and he put me on like restorative walking, something like that. And then it was time to do the internal competitions, and he said, "Well, you know what? Maybe you can do the speed walking." So I did, and I got home with a medal. And when I was a nerd. I never into sports. Like, I used to run. I think I still do a little bit wrong with my knees going inside. And then when I got home, my mom was like, "Were you the only one? Like, how did you ever win?" Because I was the nerd of the family. So it was late that I got into sports and fitness, but I really like it. I enjoy, training, and then later on, when my dad was, this is a similarity. When my dad was 51, he got his heart attack. He almost died. It was very, very bad. But then he got a little bit better. He lived for 10 years. So he lived 10 years with a heart condition. 7 years after the heart attack, he went to the hospital to get a heart procedure. It was a risky one. I actually was already living in the States, and I traveled to Mexico to be with him for that. And then when the doctor finished, he came to us and said, "Well, it went okay. We were able to open one artery, but not the other one. He's probably gonna have to come back, in 3 or 4 years more to do it again." And then I asked him why, and he said, "Well, it's normal because of the nutrition." As if he was assuming that, so he knew the problem was the nutrition, but he wasn't even saying, "Well, you have to change the nutrition." That just killed me. It's like, if you already know it's the nutrition, why don't we change the diet and then prevent to be, again, in 3 or 4 years here, doing a very risky procedure. And so I got more and more interested in nutrition, and healthy lifestyle. Definitely his lifestyle wasn't healthy. When he got his heart attack, he was a heavy smoker. He was very sedentary. His diet wasn't the best. But it's like he didn't even have the imagination to change those things. And after the heart attack, the only thing he changed was quit smoking. That was the last day he smoked. But His diet still wasn't great. He was still very sedentary. Uh, and he didn't even realize it. He was like, I eat well. Like I put a little tomato on my plate. That sounds like a vegetable.
It's like vegetable
Yeah.
for this week,
Right.
you know.
Uh, but obviously it wasn't the type of diet that he needed for his condition. And then he died at 61, very young. He didn't get to meet my son. So it's really like something that I think it can be prevented. There's a lot of things that are out of our control, but we can control what we
Nutrition
do.
is not one of them.
Nutrition
Working
is
out
not
is not one of
working.
them.
Yeah,
You
we
know,
can,
like lifestyle, like those things can be controlled, and it kills me. But you see this a lot with people where the doctors don't recommend fixing the problem.
mhm,
You know, like they like, oh, let's do a surgery or let's do this versus like, well, what's the underlying problem that needs to be changed, the behavior that needs to be corrected. It's eating better. It's, you know, even if it's movement, like let's have them move better so that they don't have to have shoulder surgery or knee surgery or something like that down the road.
and then it's just like a rabbit hole because then because he had the heart condition, he will get tired very easily, and then because of that,
You wouldn't want to exercise.
exercise, and then he was just getting worse and worse over time. And I mean, recently I've known people who have had conditions like this, and then through exercise and good nutrition, they have become like a lot better, a lot stronger. So
Yeah.
there's a path to recover from that, but I know it's hard because we are wired. We have, as I said, some people not even have the imagination to change those things, and then having somebody on your side to say, "Hey, first of all, it is possible."
Very possible.
Yeah.
And then this is the way you do it. You don't have to turn your life upside down from day one to the next, but we
bit.
can do just small changes to make you a little bit better every day.
Yep.
So this is now
What's the value of that? That's something I always talk about with coaches and trainers. The value of you change somebody's life and you give them 6 more months to live, or you change their nutrition, or you give them a year or a year and a half or 2 years. What's the value of that? It's unmeasurable. If you think about it, because that's the resource that everybody's limited with, time.
that
If you
is,
can give
you know,
a
the
little bit
difference
more,
of a grandfather meeting his grandson,
Yeah.
or being able to go to the park with them, or you know, just play with your grandkids, meet them, is that is huge. Yeah, like how do you even measure that?
Yeah.
It's just that I mean, yeah, like you said, the value of time, you know, like it's the only thing we don't get back. You know,
and it's the most valuable thing, and we don't. It's hard to put a value on it because it's you can't get it back.
yeah,
You know.
exactly.
And you get the opportunity to do things that, because you always think like as you get older you have to do everything in life when you are young, because then when you're older it's time to just sit down and don't be able to do things. But if we are healthy, if we're strong, it doesn't matter how old you are, you can still, you know, pursue your passions, do things. Maybe you now have the resources or the knowledge that you have when you were young, but if you are strong, if you are, you know,
You can still pick
Yeah.
those grandkids up. You
You
can throw them
still-
overhead. You can
Yes.
play games with them.
Yeah.
You know?
exactly, yeah.
Oh yeah, agree.
How about you, Q? What's your
Well,
how did you get
I'd
here?
say, I mean, honestly, it was a little bit of a roller coaster for me. It was a little bit of like a pinball, trying to figure out like where I really wanted to be in life. Because I mean, growing up, you know, mom told me, you know, hey, you got three options: you're going to school, jail, or the military. And I was like, well, I guess I'm not going to the NBA. I really wanted to go to the NBA, and that was an option for me. So I was like, well, you know, what do I do? So I go to college. You know, like I said, I never really wanted to go to class. I was more interested in, you know, going to the gym and learning about that stuff. And, you know, that turned into, well, how can I just make money doing this? Hustler's mentality, right? Like, you know, now I'm just sitting down with people, getting to know them. And then it turns into, oh, now they're signing up to train with me. And then I get to that space and I'm like, holy crap. I didn't just sell them a car and they drop off and now they're good. Now I've got to service the thing that I told them that I could do, you know? So instead of me just continuously being a salesperson and being a hustler in that sense, what I turned myself into was also an educator and a coach. Okay, let me put myself around some people that really know. So I spent hours shadowing the best trainer in our gym, you know, the head coach, the head trainer, 4 a.m. to 10 p.m. some nights. I would be in the gym, you know, because I just got that drive to, yeah, I wanted to make money because I needed to take care of me and my dog at the time, you know, but I also found that fire in seeing how I had the power to change people, change to help, not even the power to change people. I want to rephrase that. The knowledge to help facilitate them into making the right decisions, because at the end of the day, it's them making that change. I'm just showing them that they're capable of it, you know. So, you know, so I went from hustling to, all right, now I want to be an educator, to turn it into like, how can I really make an impact everywhere I go, you know? And I think that's kind of where I am now, to where not just in here do I want to make an impact, but now I have children. Now I want to be able to impact them and the, you know, the people in my neighborhood and the people that are around, to where it's just like this glowing essence of, how can I be better? You know, how can I be better? Not necessarily looking to be the best, but how can you be a better you? You know, and I think that's what ultimately got me from, you know, that, you know, small time hustler's mentality to, all right, how can I really make a change? You know, so that's, you know, in a nutshell, that's what got me to this point, and why, you know, I enjoy helping people, and what's kept me here for, started in 2011. Just before I turned 21. Yeah, just before I turned 21. I've been doing it since, just like you. You know, I tried to step away over COVID. Actually, I tried to do debt consolidation, and they were like, "Yeah, you know, you got to work 40 hours a week, this, that, and third." And I was like, "Okay, cool." You know, they showed me the money, and I was like, "All right, I can do that." I have worked 20 hours. Like I think I'd worked like maybe 4 of my 8 in that day. You know, and I was like, I'm good. I don't want to. I can't sit here and do this anymore. Can I sit here and do this? I don't want to talk to another person on the phone. Can I train somebody? You know, so
this is definitely a calling.
Yeah.
Like, you know it. You feel it. You go in, you feel it, the people that you talk to. You know, and I can tell in both of you that you have that passion and want to be there. Well, anything else to add?
I think that was all.
All right.
Ready
So the goal of this is just sort of introduce who we are, and then, you know, next week we're going to grab a topic. We're going to talk about that. Hopefully, pretty hot topics within the fitness industry.
Yeah.
Give our feeling on it, and then from there we can we'll start reaching out to see if there are any topics out there that you guys want to hear, and we'll go from there.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
guys. Thank you.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Feel free to hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed the videos and you'd like more.
If you find any of these videos interesting and would like any of your questions answered, please feel free to leave a comment.
We appreciate you for watching. Check back next week for more content.